Hello, everybody, and welcome to Soul Standing. My name is Beth, and I am here with a Writing Wednesday video. And we are actually back to the realm of worlds, which was previously known as inklets. And there's really not anything to say. I have not written on this since March the 12th. So we are closing in on a month of me not having picked this up for a couple of reasons. The semester ended, so the portion that I was writing to turn in to my professor is done. It's turned in. I made a good grade. She really enjoyed it. She encouraged me to keep writing, and I was like, I will. I love this so much. And then we had the end of the school year, and I did the May mini class, and now I'm 2 days into my summer 1 class. So I'm in my second PhD course after having said that I wasn't going to start till the fall. I know, but they offered to move my enrollment time up if I would take certain classes, and I was like, do it. I can get them out of the way. But that means I haven't written on this in almost a month. Now, the reason I'm making this video is not to be like, oh my God, I haven't written, but look, I still have it. No, it is to tell you a couple of ways that I get back into writing a story and to ask you if you have any advice or things that you've heard. So when I've been out of it for this long, normally I don't remember much of it. However, I really remember a lot about this, which tells me that it is important and that I need to continue it. So normally what happens is I will go back to the last section I wrote. So I date all of them. I handwrite, and there's date 5/12, handwrote it out. So I would go back to the beginning of that section, read, and see if it jogs my memory to be able to continue on, or maybe a couple of sections depending on if it's in the middle of a scene or whatever. In this case, I might go to the hub and read from there, although I really don't know that I need to read all 3 of those handwritten pages because I distinctly remember what I was writing about there. But that is one of the ways that I get back into it, is that I will read that final section. Sometimes I will just flip to a random part in the story and read it and see if I can remember what was happening there, flip a little bit further on, and do it that way just so I feel the characters again. And sometimes, especially if it hasn't gotten to be a long story yet, I will just read the entire thing. Like I said, for this one, I really distinctly remember what's going on, and I think that if I just go back the 2 pages, 3 pages, and read that, I will be able to get back in. But the next thing is timing. When am I going to have time to write? And it's so funny to me because I actually got kind of a partial answer to that in one of the essays that I'm reading as assigned reading this week for academic discourse. And I've got like 300 pages to read this week, plus 4 podcasts, plus an academic memo to write, plus I'm supposed to be picking out an article to read, to do a rhetorical analysis on for next week, blah, 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 right? I'm reading this essay, and the guy's like, when you're writing, whether it be creative writing, academic writing, whatever it is that you're writing, if you're writing a particularly long to-do list, set a timer, get up, walk around, go for a run, walk the dog, sit on the back porch with a cup of coffee, move your body and let your brain do its thing, and then come back and set a timer again. And I went, see, I always say I'm going to set timers, and sometimes I do, but I either ignore them or I just don't ever get around to starting them because I never get around to sitting down. He was like, write the to-do list, write it in your list for the day. I'm doing this, and this is how long I'm working on it at that time. If you have time later and you want to redo the cycle, go for it, but make sure you get up, you move around, you do other things around the house. If you're working on classwork, don't just sit there and stew over it all day because you'll get more and more frustrated. It'll take longer to do. set a timer, then get up and go do dishes, then sit back down. Work on something you're writing for yourself, and then get up, walk around, and then sit back down and do schoolwork. And I thought, I should do that. Now, the time I was going to do that was nap time, and what is nap time? We don't do that here anymore, apparently. But I will find time today to sit down and at least write a sentence. My whole goal for the day is to write a sentence on the realm of words. That's not my whole goal. I've got a to-do list a mile long over here, but my goal for writing is to at least get a sentence written on the realm of words, because I do love this story and I do want to keep going. And you know what? You can't let other obligations get in the way of making sure that your dreams and goals are taken care of. So if you have any other suggestions, ideas, or you just want to chit chat, come at me down in the comment section down below. I will talk to you again soon. Until next time, I hope you're reading and or writing all the amazing words. Stay safe out there, guys.